Hello. How's everybody doing today? Welcome everybody to our Sunday stream and artist breakdown at the same time. Um, I was way too tired yesterday to record the artist breakdown, so I was like, might as well just do it with the stream, make it into a little bit of a bigger stream, and so here we are. We're just gonna wait a little bit till people start coming in and such, and we'll get going. We're gonna go with the the artist breakdown first, and then probably gonna take like a 5 minute break, get some water, and like get the link of what we're gonna be exploring in the Sunday stream. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it for today. And I was also thinking for next Sunday stream. Um, there's been some growing interest into written NFTs in the Discord, and so I think I'm gonna be dedicating next Sunday to just looking through written NFTs on our Zora. And hold up, I also realize you may not be getting any music. This should have fixed the music. Hey, no copyright catching my ass today. But what was I talking about? Yeah, I'm gonna dedicate the next Sunday stream to. Well, actually, no. We're gonna do an artwork critique, and if you get submissions into there, we'll do the artwork critique, and then we'll make the written NFT next Sunday. But if not, then next Sunday is gonna be us exploring written NFTs on our Zora and Mirror, which is a mirror.xyz, I believe, or Mirror app. The link, the name of it is directly aimed towards writing, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, we're just gonna give it 3 more minutes here, and then we'll get going. For now, enjoy the music. It is Halloween season, so we gotta get the Halloween music in. Alright, let's get it going. So as you can already tell by by the title of the stream, we're gonna be looking at CN's work. But before we get to that, the little shameless self plug, if you ever want to get in contact, oh Jesus, I don't know what the fuck just happened with my notifications. It's just up to 5. But if you want to get in contact with me, On Twitter, I am at Anubis_3100, or on the Discord, in the Metakey Discord. I'm pretty active there. Just tag me there, or talk in the Duat Residency channel, and I'll respond to you. We're always looking for more. Art conversations in the Discord. At least I am. I'm the art man, as they'll tell you in the. That actually brought a smile on my face. But like, yo, they referred to you as like the art dude, and I was like, hey, I am art mans. I bring forth art. But yeah, if you got any questions about art, Discord, we'll talk there. And now we're gonna be looking at. I do not know how to pronounce fully. It is. I'm just gonna go SYHN. I've been following their work since I joined the space, and since I saw a very specific piece, and we'll actually get to see it because it got minted. However, this is their Twitter at Pastel Skylines. Go give them a follow. And I guess I realized I should be saying, well, I think I've said it in the other video, but this is an artist that I myself own a few pieces of as well. I have no expectation of value. I legitimately like their fucking style. It's actually insane. And so they're mostly active on SYHN. That's where I owned 3 pieces, and I knew they have a foundation piece, which is this one right here, and we'll see. I'll check out their OpenSea because they might be minting their. Oh, that's not. Wait a minute. What is going on? Wait 1 sec. OpenSea, are you good? Oh, I gotta log into my MetaMask. I'm confused. I guess that's so they just linked the wrong OpenSea account. So here, I'll just try to find it. I logged into OpenSea. I just gotta double check quickly if I didn't type the password into any Discord. That happened by accident once, but here. You can find them pretty. Okay, I don't know. Where can I? There we go. OpenSea right here. We got the link. So there is one piece on Foundation. That's their Genesis piece, and for those who don't know, like sometimes why people wonder like why are there only a few pieces on Foundation. It's because Foundation can be somewhat expensive because you have to pay for mints and cynical. So now we also know what SYN stands for. Cynical. So this is their OpenSea collection we found, and so we're gonna be looking at some cool art. I'm a big fan of the style, and you'll see why. But in regards to the whole Foundation thing itself, Foundation has sort of a double fees element, right? Where you pay to mint and you pay to list, because the listing on Foundation is essentially you pay a gas fee for it to be sent into the Foundation marketplace wallet. And you can sort of see that with this right here, right? It appears on Foundation, right? It appears on their profile, but it's owned by the Foundation market contract. I believe that's what it stands for. So that's the little double fees thing on Foundation. Plus the 15% they take. But we know where that went to. Fucking Squid Games. I'm just kidding. But anyways. Oh, so they have these. And they're on Rarible as well. And this is... So they have multiple collections, actually. Okay. Oh, I've seen this. I didn't know this was theirs. Anyways, we're going down deep. So we're going to be looking at this. We might be looking at this one, and then we'll quickly look at their SYHN. I want to show you guys their SYHN most importantly, because it's actually that's where they actively bid, and it's actually very cool. So yeah, so this is their SYHN, SYHN. There, I have interacted with them on Twitter. what I own this piece, and I believe this piece. And so when I tweeted out, they interacted with me. So these are their pieces, but yeah, I was gonna show you guys I own them, but I was like, eh. But anyways, we're gonna be looking at a few art pieces. So one of my favorite pieces is this one, this right here, and this is the first image I saw by them that got me hooked. So we're gonna be looking at that. I'm quite a fan of this one as well, and we're gonna be looking at this one. All right, but you can clearly see a style developing, and funny enough, I think only after seeing their art did this sort of style start to develop further, and I think you'll notice that there is this nice ethereal style produced through the usage of noise filters, screen tone filters, and gradient maps. Also the invert filter, as well as hue, colorization, all that jazz. Just like the basic Photoshop adjustments, if you will, but like you can delve deeper, right? I just call them the basic because they're just there, like they're the ones everybody fucks with. But that through them being basic, you can see they allow you to achieve some very nice stuff. And so I've been following the style closely, and the style has personally inspired some of my work. And so I thought, why not look at some of the work of an artist that inspired me, and I think is also at the forefront of this sort of ethereal style. And so Hen is being fucking slow. Damn. Oh, not that slow. So for these, you know how we be. We open the IPFS because we like to zoom in. That's what we do. We zoom in here. That's how we analyze the good shit and the bad shit. We zoom in. So that's the plan. And you can tell that it's a good photo by the time it takes to load. And you're like, why? You'll see once it's done loading. Boom. Look at that detail. Look at that detail with the noise, with the invert. Oh my god. Right, and I believe this is in all their work. Right, like the little negative scratches. That's why you call them negative scratches, or like negative dust. You get that when you develop, like for example, if you're developing film photography and you drop your film on the floor, good fucking luck. That's all I'm gonna say, because this literally, all these scratches and all this, that happens to your film. It's taking its time. Well, while that takes its time, we're gonna look at Life's a Drag. No description, unfortunately, which is, I think at this point is fine. They're an established artist, right? They've been in this space since a while. 2015, right? So they ain't dipping on us. They've built a good follower collection, right? So they ain't dipping. They're located at 19, I guess. I don't know what that is. But yeah, their style is sort of well, like not really exist. How would I? Well, it is ethereal, right? And with ethereality sort of comes a notion of the sublime, but also it can be viewed in a way where it's sort of not pleasant ethereality, right? Or in the sense of like my biggest thing with this work is there's what feels to be, you know, some form of existential questions or existential themes being addressed within the work, right? And the existentialism that's present within the work is essentially being strengthened just through the ethereal like style chosen, right? Because of how like of an abstract thing it is, you know. And we can already tell some of their projects, especially on their foundation one, right, discuss mental illness as well. And so there's a lot of topics, and it's heavy, it's packed with themes. But yeah, we're looking at Life's a Drag. And so one thing I've noticed about Cynical's work I hate it when Brave does that. You click to close and it goes to open. But one thing I've noticed that they utilize is image inversion, which I think is cool, right? Personally, it sort of utilizes like that sort of that childlike fascination with negative images. I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, when my mom would take film photos, I would always look through the negatives at the light, because I was so fascinated by the inversion that happened, right? And it's a style that hasn't really been utilized in photography, because it, if we're being honest, in popular media and with the usage of like your common like MacBook filter, it's been done to hell, right? All of us have taken the MacBook photo deck picture, whatever the hell that's called, right? But now it's being utilized thematically, right, as a sense of well, not as a sense, but like it's being utilized in different themes, right, to give off different feelings, and you know, in this one specifically, you get a sense of distance between you and the figure, right, just because of the inversion, but also the inversion itself, because of how unreal it looks, it aids to the ethereality of it, right? And so it's like as if you're, how would I describe this fully? It's as if you're looking through, you know, like some form of thought, right? It's just or like the feeling, right, and the emotion conveyed through the image, right? Which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, that's the best way sort of to describe this, right? It's just the feeling of life as a drag is conveyed through the image, right? And certain motifs that convey that feeling, right? Such as smoking cigarettes, looking away, the fuzziness, are also utilized to strengthen that, right? Cigarettes are always used in like, you know, sad topics and depression stuff. So it's pretty cool. And again, you see a lot of things, right? You see screen tones, black and white, lettering, as well as noise. There's colored noise there. But actually, it's like the lettering is doubled up and hazed. You know, it's very cool, and it has a little bit of red in it. And you, when one looks at this, like it becomes clear that their color choice, right, also aids the work, because of how pink it is. It just looks, you know, otherworldly in a sense. You know, it's like, look at that, right? You can barely tell that that's the word drag, but it's there, right? It's the same. And I really like the color inversion that happens between this and this, and it's insane. Take it from a person who is also trying to work with this sort of style. You get better with Photoshop, right? And as you get better with Photoshop, your figures start to blend, right? And even better at times, this could be just one picture and then the editing is mixed in, right? But with this sort of style, you're also looking for how it blends and how it comes apart, right? If it's too harsh, you can tell, but this is just, it's blended perfectly. I really quite like this. I wish I knew the size of it. But yeah, this was created on the 14th of, I don't know which, we're on the 10th, so like maybe August. I don't know my months. I'm just but yeah, it's quite a nice work, right? You get to see the white screen tones that are very present on the cigarette here, right? It's that sort of pattern, and for those who are curious, it's sort of cool to get this, right? So you take your picture, put it into Photoshop, get the basic screen tone, the Kyle pack it's in every Photoshop, what do you call it, program, right? That brush pack has screen tones, and so you choose one and make it black, get a new layer, right? Transparent layer, not filled with anything, and you just go with a brush, right? So you get the whole thing filled with screen tones, and then you set it to overlay, and immediately the picture gets dark, right? And you're like, oh, okay. So instead of going and correcting curves or contrast, you create a new layer, personally, what I do, and I think what also Cynical is doing, is you select the second brush, screen tone brush, not the same one, right? So it's a different pattern because they're two different patterns, and you put it on white, do the same thing and set an overlay, and you get the same color that you had before, but you still keep the screen tones, and they just fade in the brightest parts, and they appear and blend with the color, right? It's actually one of the nicest tricks you can do. It's insane. And then you pair that with noise, and it also helps blend in the picture. It's quite nice. I recommend people try to fuck with it. It's just like the screen tone look itself. It's one of those like looks that's not easy, not meaning that it's bad, right? It's an easily achievable sort of texture look that enhances the quality of some of your images, right? It's not gonna work on every image, but in the case of Cynical's work, it works because their work is essentially, you know, built with that in mind, the use of the screen tones, right? So for you to include them, you need to have them in mind also as you're working, right? So yeah, this is Life's a Drag, and then we will look at Interstellar. I think this is really cool because you actually get to see the screen tones of what I'm talking about. And then the cool thing is, like, what I think is sort of happening in this sort of work right here is, you see how the difference of size in the screen tone compared to the screen tone, right? And you see how this screen tone is sort of darkened at the edge, right? And so what I think is, there's a screen tone layer right here, and it's edged around the face, right? Because it's all uniform sort of around here, right? You go up, same, but then here it just randomly starts to get smaller, and you can see sort of where maybe a cut happens, or like a reduction in size, but it's the same. Actually, this might be just opacity. No, like a pressure control, right? Because what do you call it? Photoshop, when you make your own custom brushes, and so you could also like control it to where the pressure controls the size. Maybe I'm just fucking wrong, right? But it's, to me, I see a clear difference in size between this and this, right? Here it sort of blends very well, and that's where my brain tells me like just some pressure control, but I also feel as if there are layers there, right? And so, if you're curious, like, is this cool? It is. It's very cool. Me asking those questions doesn't deteriorate from it. It actually enhances the work, because Cynical has already engaged me as a viewer to where I'm asking questions about these, right? And then, like, look how nice these little dust and scratch marks are. It gives it like a nice analog aesthetic, you know. And then this is sort of where they utilize the, what do you call it, the inversion aspect I was talking about here. And here, this sort of feels thresholdy, right? This doesn't feel inverted, but it doesn't deteriorate, because the white in this figure is also is the same white in the background, right? So it fits. Your brain is not bothered by the fact that there are no gradients here. It's actually enhanced, and it makes the image a little bit more graphic in a sense, which is quite good. I can't get over the detail. I keep zooming in on random places because that's what I do when I'm in my free time. When I'm looking at our NFTs, I'm just zooming in and zooming out. It's quite fun, actually. Just and screen tones, right? Your eyes just get lost in the pattern. It's quite fun, right? And so this is commenting. I think this is a little bit more of a light-hearted piece, right? Interstellar, and then just the interstellar, like an astronaut who's died. And funny enough, I actually quite like the fading of the mask into or like this tube, like maybe an air tube, if you will, to the background. It helps the eye. It helps your eye flow. You know, it's not a lot of harsh lines leading out, like except maybe for this shape and this, but it's all blocky enough that it's not like a direct line. Sometimes you learn this in some painting classes. You know, if you have like a direct harsh line in the background, it can lead your viewer's eye out of the work, and usually that means the viewer will look at it, and within 3 seconds their eye is already over to the next work because you inadvertently told them so. And so this, because of its fading, sort of feeding in and not feeding out, but again, right, this is what I'm saying is also subjective. You might be viewing it otherwise, but to me, if this was like present all the way there, then my eye would be just zoop, right? Yeah, it's quite nice. I wish they included the size and date. I really do, but it's all good. It's not the worst thing in the world, right? Because you can just take this into Photoshop and get the sizing for it, no problem. And here we're looking at Peril. This is actually this and Drowning are one of my two favorite pieces, by Cynical completely. And so for this one, they introduced, they wrote a little description called Peril falling into a void of emptiness. And again, just like their previous work, you can zoom in. And one of my favorite things about this is just the texture. It legitimately, I sort of feels as if it's like canvas-like texture, and it sort of tricks your eye into thinking that there's like a bit of a screen tone effect, right? And then inversion and non-inversion at the same time, which is actually very cool, right? This part of the body is inverted, and so if we're going maybe through the process, you just copy this, like you select the legs and the hands, and you just copy it into 2 different layers. One's inverted, one's normal, and I think you set the normal one to overlay so that the brightest part, the inverted part, shines through them, right? And you sort of get this inverted, non-inverted look. I think this is just me thinking on the fly, and also having fucked with gradient maps and sort of the style that's Cynical is sort of achieved, you know. It's quite a nice aesthetic style. I really like it. It's very ethereal, and it's like, I keep saying that word, but it just, when work like this utilizes it so well, it's just, you have to say it, you know. Right? It's called Peril, and it's conveying a person falling down, right? So it's not too on the nose, right? But you don't need to look too deeply into the work to understand what it's conveying, right? However, the colors they don't convey the sense of peril, and that's not a bad thing. So sort of, right? It's like, it's not a bad thing at all, actually. I quite like the red with the blue. Yeah. It's a nice mixture of color, and the orange and the yellow in there, and it doesn't convey a sense of like extreme danger. But in that, when you look at the description, right, that's sort of falling into a void of emptiness. Like, it's not extreme danger, just like it's a sense of thought, right? And so I think it works quite well. Then look at the dust. The dust changes sort of color over there. It's actually cool. And so, if you're curious, just this, you can sort of achieve these sort of like layer looks and the sort of blending looks that Cynical is doing there by messing with the layer options, right? Setting them to darken or overlay, or I think like darken more is one. But look at the texture there. And then there is noise. It might be here. We'll zoom in a little bit more, right? And you can tell that there is a noise because it's present in the red, as well as the blue. Those little fuzzy particles. It doesn't look like it's black and white noise. And so Photoshop also has the option to make monochromatic or non-monochromatic noise. So it's very cool. I mean, again, this is work that, you can't really like get too deeply into, right? Because it's not using like symbolism, or it's not trying to get you to look deeply into it, right? It puts its meanings and its themes out there, and it's sort of successful in that way because you just enjoy it, you understand what it's about, and then you just take in the visuals and the aesthetics, and so I think it's really successful work. I mean, I could stare at this every day. Yeah, stare at this every day. But yeah, again, just look at like, I don't know if this is like a glow around the layer, or they're using like a different filter, but it's like, damn, that looks fucking textured as hell, and it's so nice. And just the texture on the shoe itself, right? And the blue and the little nets, like, that's insane. Like, I don't know if they had to go in there manually and add that, but if they did, that's an insane attention to detail. Right? And look at these little like bright blue bits. It's wild. Gradient maps are fucking gnarly. Legitimately, gradient maps will get you some of the coolest looking stuff. And a lot of people don't know that for some reason. Alright, and so now we will move on to Drowning in Despair. Damn. All the work. So again, we're getting a pretty heavy theme, right? Of well, obviously some depression and stuff, and so it's. I mean, it's quite nice to finally see work like that get sort of it's due also, right? Because a lot of universities think like work depressing mental illness and stuff, and depression, all that is too cheesy, and it's happened way too many times, and I like to disagree, and so I really quite like work like this, and it's so different, right? It's not like depression Tumblr or anything, and so it's quite nice, right? So this is Drowning in Despair, veiled in an ocean of despair, and they're sort of utilizing the same I think gradient maybe changed a bit here, right? And it's just a figure falling down. Again, it's sort of using a texture as well, here actually we see more screen tones right here. In this one we weren't seeing as much screen tones. Like, there's like a grid pattern, right? But it feels as if it's like a canvas thing than more than anything. I'm just gonna lower the music a little bit. This song just got super loud, alright? But yeah. So Drowning, it's a figure falling, right? And they've managed to get a nice sense of movement. It's through the blur, right? And these particles moving in the background, they help convey a very nice sense of movement. And then one of my favorite things about Cynical's work actually starts to, you can see it like very clearly here, and she's these little like negative, like sort of looking gradient things, right? Like just blue into black and red, yellow into red, right? It like bright into dark immediately, and it's so nice. It's just like visually pleasing, legitimately. And just like the red and the blue, like wow. These two are two pieces that I personally wish I owned. I missed them, unfortunately. But yeah, it's. And also look at the background, like, I don't know what that fully is, right? I don't think if you're watching this you would be able to tell, but it still aids in that sense of movement, right? The doubling of it, and then these little sort of textures here, right? And the change in tone and hue, if you will, right? Again, this keeps drawing my eye. It's actually wild. And even there, right? It's like their work has a really good sense of form, right? Even with all these textures and stuff, like the sense of form isn't lost. Even here, you can tell where the leg is, which is actually wild that they're able to keep that sense of the figure while like adding all these textures and color gradients. and colors, you know, it's quite nice. I mean, just look at that. And they clearly know how to pick their colors correctly also. And now I just took a sip of water and I realized my cat might have been drinking out of this water. Yeah, there's cat hair in there. But yeah, it's quite nice. It's just work like this sort of makes me smile a little bit because of how colorful it is, right? And I mean, damn. Yeah. We will go on to Fall from Grace. This is actually one of my favorite pieces also, just because of like how textured it is, and like, damn, look at the patterns, right? It feels very like street art, like this one specific feel. Well, this one piece and another piece feel as if they're, well, a few pieces now that I look at it feel as if they would be in like tagged on a wall, right? You would find these walking in a city, right? They have a very good sense of street art, which is not a bad thing, right? In my personal experience, right, street art can be used for ways to enact change, and so, oh wow, I just noticed a little sort of well, not blurriness, but like the zigzag patterns, right? That's actually, this is why you zoom in, right? If you're listening, always try to zoom in, because you get to realize some stuff about the process, and you see some, like, you know, like, it feels a bit glitchy, you know, as if it's glitched, these little wiggles. And then oh wow, that's actually wild. Just like, this is, to me, I like this piece a lot just because of its texture, you know. It's right, they're already doubling up screen tones, messing with size, right? Like, there's dust, scratches, right? Like heavy texture, right? And then a pattern. And where did Brave really needs to work on their zoom, goddamn. Right. Oh, what the hell, Brave? Jesus Christ. Right, but the texture in the background, right, and the pattern, and then another pattern, and another pattern, right, and then another pattern. Holy shit. And at you can see them all at any given point, right? It's actually crazy. And it almost feels as if it's torn, right? Like, look at those jagged edges. Wow. Yeah, it's almost as if there's an angel, right? Fall from Grace. Well, yeah, there we go. I'm like, yeah, it's almost as if there's an angel. Well, you know, it's a successful work when you read something and then 5 minutes later, I think it's talking about angel. Yeah, it's talking about an angel. The work is successful. Like, the visuals already indicate the presence of an angel. And then even here we see a little halo, which is actually cool because it's like a halo on the side. I haven't seen that utilized a lot. Maybe it's because this might be a figure, but it's feeling as if it's just legs in movement, right? Because that's a leg right here. And then actually we might, is this the white of the pit of like the, now I'm trying to figure if this is the white of like the white of the normal like traditional Photoshop layer, right? Because some of this looks like it's just, yeah, it's definitely, that's an opacity brush right there, opacity eraser brush, I think, right? You can never be too sure. Again, I'm just trying to break down the artwork here. But some of this stuff feels like if it's an opacity erase brush, or like here, this is a bit more textured, maybe, I don't know, but it's very cool. Here the opacity is far more clear. Like and if you're curious what I mean by opacity brush, you can change the opacity of your eraser so that you don't fully get those harsh whites, right? You get these little fade-ins, or actually, here, let me zoom in a little bit. It's sort of, see how this sort of fades into the white, right? That's, or this, how it's like sort of transparent with the background. That's because they use like maybe you can sort of achieve this with like 50% opacity on your eraser, and then you get that sort of hazy mixed with the background look. It's actually quite nice, and it's sort of it feels as if it's also utilized here. I don't know if you can set it. Maybe you can like set your well, from what I realized in Photoshop itself, right, the eraser itself isn't an eraser. It's not erasing, it's just painting white, right? Because if you flip your colors in Photoshop and you go to the eraser is just black. And so maybe you can texture it and use that, make a custom eraser. But yeah, I really quite like. I really like this because of its street art feel, right? And it also shows like cynical sort of like style flexibility, right? Because they're able to go from work like this, to work like this, right? I keep clicking on the wrong tabs, but yeah, right. It's a somewhat different in style, but it's very cool, and the fact that they're the same person is even cooler. But yeah, so these are some of the works on SYHN. I wanted to take a look at their works on OpenSea because they're sort of the same style, but well, like, they sort of tackle different things, I assume. Well, I say assume, right, because they're visually somewhat different from the style here. I don't fully know how, like, it's not the difference in the subject matter that they're tackling, it's just the difference in execution of the pieces, right? And so we're going to be looking at The Man Who Sold the World, right? For those who are curious, I think that's a Bob Dylan song. Man Who Sold the World. Oh no, fuck me, I am so bad. I can't believe I just fucked that up. Yeah, it's a David Bowie album, but it's been made sort of famous because of this. For those who have not listened to this, I recommend going to listen to Nirvana's MTV Unplugged. I knew it was the sort of like The Man Who Sold the World. I know it from this album. But I also remember that it was an ode, like Kurt Cobain chose it as an ode, and my brain went immediately Bob Dylan. I don't know why. And so this is sort of tackling that, and then hold on, wait a minute. Oh, I realized something. So again, I already said this when I started this. I own 3 pieces, and this is a piece. This is a piece that I own. And so what I'm noticing also is the same figure is used here, which it's not a bad thing. You can utilize the same figure. It's actually cool because then your viewers are able to notice it, just like I did. Right? And so the halo, the movement, it's sort of same. And then there's just some different abstraction here, and another halo there. I quite like this actually. It's, oh wow, damn, cynical really do be flexing with the textures, huh? That's actually insane. Like, look how much texture there is, and how much layers and different colors. Sometimes it even feels that there's like noise, but it's only like as if there's noise on. No, there is noise everywhere. I sort of see it. I see it in the pinks. It's far more present. It might be a noise. Yeah, it's, well, so how you get the sort of like noisy look, it's also your noise layer is set to overlay. And so in the brightest parts, it doesn't show. Right, but you see these little fuzzy those little fuzzy things, that I'm pretty sure that's noise. And then my favorite thing is just how it blends. I completely forgot. Like, I was looking here and I didn't even, these didn't register as legs until I went up. I was like, oh yeah, there's a figure there. And so you can literally get lost in their works, which is wild. I mean, yeah, the work conveys a really nice sense of thought as well. Yo, King, what's up, sir? I've been buying art all day. What are we looking at? Art? We're looking at Cynical's work. They're an insane artist in the space. I just saw this, so I do not know if you're still here. But yeah, they're an insane artist in the space. Working with screen tones and textures and stuff. Like, look at this shit. It's wild. It is wild. Oh, this one right here. Right? Look at the textures. It's, and then just like noise, and then different cutouts, and then the drawing, and then set to overlay. It's insane. Yeah, no, people are sleeping on this. To those who are listening, yeah, King Jesus is in the chat, and yeah, people are sleeping on this artist big time. I already said this earlier on, but so I own this, but this essentially, I think it was an auction on object.bid or bid.object, whatever. This site, yeah, object.bid, right? And it was minimum bid to start the auction, one tez. So I started it, and then I went to left Montreal, went to Ottawa for a fucking day, slept over there, and then woke up and realized on the drive there that the auction, on the drive back from Ottawa to Montreal, that the auction ended. And I was like, no way did I fucking win this. It's only one tez, which is like, at time of speaking right now, in I'm talking about Canadian prices, like fucking like nine Canadian dollars. And so people are sleeping on this artist, personally, I think, right? And it's just like, I mean, look at this, man. Textures and the quality of work, it's wild. And just the colors, like they actually know their shit. They know how to choose the color gradients correctly, their color palette, right? And then also their theme, like, well, not their theme, sorry, their color use is carried on from sort of like work to work, right? Where you can see it evolve and grow, right? And if it's not the color, it's the use of screen tones, right? Look at this fucking screen tone shit. It's like bliss. It's insane. But yeah, so this is The Man Who Sold the World, right? And it's the little halo, right? And usually the way I perceive The Man Who Sold the World, right, is like a, you know, that person themselves is a bit full of themselves, right? And to me, I see that sort of indication by how big this fucking halo is, right? And you also see this halo in the background, and so it's quite nice. It's just, again, just the fucking textures, Jesus. And also, like, just the dust and the negative. So this little white thing here, right? And I think they might be they might be going in and erasing themselves. So this looks like a brush thing, but this here is what you call a negative scratch, right? Which is different from negative dust. So dust is, let's see, what is dust? Is this black stuff right here, right? And so, does Cynical still have art available on Hen? I believe so. Well, I think so. Yeah, they have. I think they might have this one. Yeah, this one is for one tez. It's a multi edition of 100. I think I'm the first buyer. Yeah, that's me. I'm the first buyer. Hey, and they also have this one for one tez. I bought this one as well. I think it's insane. Yeah, to those listening, King Jesus is in the chat, so I'm showing him some shit. It's wild shit. It's wild. Alright, this is actually one. I like this one a lot too. Yeah, and they have price varying stuff. Here, me see. I haven't clicked on these. We'll look at them real quick. Oh, this one's sold. Oh yeah. This one is for 10 Tez. Alright, well, to those, if anybody's listening, I'm just gonna say this for the history, right? In our current day of the 10th of October in 2021, I don't know, fucking 10 Tez is about 100 Canadian dollars, right? And so we'll see in like 5 years if Tez is the same. But yeah, they have multi-varying prices, which is nice, right? Because it allows like a person like myself also who doesn't have a lot of Tez to pick up a few of their pieces and also help support the artist. Yeah, and they have this on OpenSea with a sale at 0.1, which is not bad. It's actually, oh, this was created a day ago too. Damn, I didn't know this. A day ago. Nice. And then they also have Fading Away, but that's unrareable. It might be owned though. Hello, rareable. Oh no. For 0.089. Wow. Only 0.089? That's still cheap. That's somewhat cheap. I mean, like, yeah, once you spend enough time in the land of ETH and NFTs, 0.1 ETH just becomes like, okay. Yeah. But this is Fading Away into the Void, right? So we've seen the Void, I think, come up a few times, right? Well, not this one, but in Peril and then here, and this one has a really quite nice sense of fading, right? It's like as if there's smoke and then nice movement, and their neck is not, fully there, right? They are actually fading with the background too, right? And so it's this is actually really nice. I really like that fucking. I don't know how they achieved this, but damn, right? And then you have red, yellow, right? The pink. So the same colors from Peril and Drowning, right? And then well, purple, not pink, and then well, pink there, and then right, the blue, right? Sort of all these colors are present here, but they're utilized in such a different way that it's actually wild, right? And then wow, you can see abs. You can even see the figure has abs. This dude's built. Fuck. Shit, bro. How am I being physically shit on by a fucking NFT? This ain't cool. Sir, why do you have abs? But yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening actually. Like, how? Right? Because it's like, here, I'm zooming in and I'll show you what I mean. You're getting swooshes this way, right? And then the screen tone that's happening to only the pink layer, right? The same swooshes there, and then sort of like a gas, smoke pattern. That's actually crazy, right? And the swooshes up there. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Is this like an actual ink wash? I do know they paint, right? They are selling their paintings. So this could be a mixed media piece, actually. I wish they had the description. Why? But the one thing that makes me say ink wash is this little mark right here. That's very typical of watercolor and ink washes. And if you do not believe me, I will show you right now. Ink wash. Here, see those sort of marks right here, those and these right here. You feel me? Here, let me new tab that shit. We're gonna zoom in. Well, it's sort of blurry, but you can sort of see it, right? In there, so I think this might be a mixed media piece, actually. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. King Jesus isn't talking in chat. Is he fucking buying all of Cynical's work? Shit. But yeah, this is actually quite great. I think this is there's so much going on that it's a really successful work. And it's also hard to utilize like the white of, you know, the white of the canvas, right, or the white of the background. How did you know, lol? Yeah, that's insane fucking art. I mean, like they're. Well, hold on a minute now. Never mind. Hold on. What is? Now, you see, so now I'm a little bit confused because I was certain, like this legitimately looks like an ink wash to me, 110%. And here it also looks like an ink wash, but then what is going on here? That's actually, maybe it's the gradient maps. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna ask them about this on Twitter later, specifically about this piece, because I'm very curious. Right, like you can tell it's like I've been talking about this piece for like 5 minutes, right, and just the textures alone, right. So this is already quite a successful work, and just like the sense of movement too. Damn. Yeah, pretty fucking long neck. This person fading into the void got a fucking long ass neck, yo. Right, so this we will be looking at Ode to Self-Destruction. This is minted 6 months ago, and it's quite stylistically different than not like stylistically different where it's like it you can tell that something different is happening. It's still utilizing the inversion filters, the color gradients and such, but it's the pattern that's being utilized, and the sort of like how clear this singular figure is. It's a bit different than their other work, right? And we'll see when we like, oh wow, noise is happening in this layer, but it's not happening, or two different noise layers are happening. Actually, no, that's not the noise. That's the original noise, like that's the original grain of the picture, right? And then that's the Photoshop noise layer. You can tell by how sharp it is compared to this. Oh damn, that's the hand. So they're heavy, like they work with layers and a shit ton of texture and pattern also. Wait, wow, that so what is it? I'm actually a bit confused what's going on here. I'm not saying like confused isn't a bad thing. It's just like my eye doesn't understand what's going on, and I'm just trying to see like, did they, like, is this an extra? Wow, that's so trippy. It's fucking with my eyes. Like just that little cut. Right, and so again, this is sort of inverted inverted layer and then inverted layer put on top of each other with like an overlay filter for the non-inverted layer, and you sort of mix them both, right? The whitest part of the inversion shine through, and so you get this sort of cool look. And then again, we're seeing the same, like one of my favorite things about this is we're actually seeing the same gradients pop up, right? So they're pushing their specific style and their usage of blue with yellow and red and pinks and purples further with each piece, right? And then just the noise. Like, oh, excuse me, I wanted to zoom in more. I thought this was Photoshop for a second. Right, the noise like at times also looks like it's, well, hold on, now well, yeah, no, the noise would fade because it is the brightest, right? You also set the noise to overlay just so it starts to shine. It sort of gets this look. Well, one day I should do like a video running through Photoshop how to sort of like fuck with like layers and stuff. Because overlay, like I don't know how to fully describe it, but the overlay filter option, right, sort of like allows the texture to show while taking the color behind it, right? And if it's white, right, nothing will show. Or if it's like super like saturated yellow or green, like nothing will show because it's so bright. But before that, it starts to show at different variations, and then you get this sort of like particle look, right? Around here also, it's great. So this is an ode to self-destruction. Again, I said this earlier, but the work doesn't really need a lot of thought to understand what it's tackling, right? And it doesn't make you think too much about it. It puts all the things out there, right? You understand what it's tackling, and then you just you start to enjoy the visual aesthetic of it, right? And so this is their foundation genesis, and this is the last piece we'll be looking at by them, but this is their only piece on foundation, and they're said being their only piece of foundation is also, technically their genesis, right? Bipolar, and it says every soul has two sides. No, we're gonna view on the IPFS always, right? Look how slow it takes. We're gonna be able to zoom in. Right? And so good utilization of sort of, not really double exposure is more of a long exposure, right? Where you're allowed to move, and then you just move one head and stay still, and then you sort of get that look, right? And then here you get to see the screen tones. Wow. That's actually sneaky. So that's a bit sneaky there, bud. I don't mean like bad. I mean it's like sneaky. Like, wow, you actually like have to zoom in to realize, like, damn, oh whoa, there's like texture there from afar. You sort of see it, but it blends in with the background, right? Until you zoom in, and then you realize, oh, the screen tones are a bit yellow, right? They're the same color as the yellow or the brown there, and so it creates a really nice contrast when you look. One thing I'm noticing is there isn't a lot of use of like dust and stuff, right? Like same thing with here, like a lot of use of this sort of little cutout texture, right? But we're not getting the dust that's, for example, here, right? Like all these little dust and scratch marks, they're not there, and so it's sort of like, it's different, right? Like the background also gets used as more of break the eyes because there aren't these little scratches, right? And that's not a bad thing, because you resting your eyes in the background also will allow you to like go back into the work and then observe the figure more, right? And so your eye just rotates into the work, relax, into the work, right? Relax, look down there, and then relax. You don't really notice it until somebody tells you, okay, the little empty parts of the painting is where your eyes relax in the work, right? And so you relax, and then the focal point is this figure in two different positions, right? And it works really well to give a sense of, or to discuss the topic of bipolar, right? Bipolar illness, right? And especially because you get to see little, like, what looks like the eye, right? And their forehead, and their nose, and their mouth. Right, so two faces already are visible within the work, right? And it just, again, it's using inversion and not inverted layers and not inverted layers, which is, again, a very cool sort of look, right? Because it's just like it makes it look colorful and dreamy in a sense. And just look at the hair texture, like, wow. All right. I'm just over here appreciating the texture, and then here is where the noise, right? And so this right here, that's Photoshop's noise. If you zoom in, you see all this color. So you just click off the monochromatic option in the noise filter, and this is the sort of look you get. But yeah, so this was Cynical's work. Their work is fucking insane. As you can see, I think it's very visually pleasing and very, aesthetically, like, successful, right? And it just, like, they obviously know how to execute and produce their work just because of the amount of, like, you can tell that this work took a lot of fucking layers, right? And just a lot of thought about it. But yeah, so if you like their work, go check them out. Their Twitter is at Pastel Skylines, right? SYHN on Twitter, and go give them a follow. Go talk to them. They have their links over there, and they have works available on Foundation, OpenSea, and Hiketnunk. So go buy their art there, and tell them I say hi. Well, don't tell them that. But yeah, if you ever want to go buy their work, that's where they are available. And yeah, I will be taking a little bit 5 minutes, and then we will go into what is it, what you call it, a little Sunday portion stream. But yeah, so it will be a little fight here. I gotta do a little texting, you know. 5-min break, and then you can't see that, but when we put it on the YouTube video, right, 5-min break right here. But yeah, I will be right back, and we will get exploring into some stuff for our Sunday stream. Yep. Alright, we are back. I gotta take the little sign off. But here we are. So I was talking to Groundskeeper, who I think was Crypto Graves. No, different person. Give me 1 second. No, it is Crypto Graves. Yeah. No, so I was talking with Crypto Graves in DMs and everything, and he told me to check out this thing called Canva Island, and I was curious, and my first thing usually when I ask somebody about these what do you call them, these like metaverse worlds, is I just usually say, like, can I go in there, and can I go, like, explore it, right? Because, like, Sandbox is sort of cool, but you can't really explore in there, unless you own, like, a type of land. And so this is the first time I'm on the website, actually, and so they have a roadmap. Expansion of the first island to 256 sectors, creation of a stable base for the island, and basic camera control functionality, implementation of personal account and social functions, creation of the next island with the function of erecting your own buildings, character avatars, withdrawing tokens, and encouraging the owners of the first island, and further expansion of the meta universe with new unique islands with new functionality. So this thing is sort of still starting out, and well, King Jesus, do you own one? Do you own any of the Canva islands? So I thought it might be cool to go explore, see what it's all about. Oh. If you hear that, that's my cat doing cat things. But yeah, so it's loading in real time. You can go back in days. Wow. Okay. Oh wow. So this is the whole world. Can I see people? So you can you right click to move, and right click to move, left click to rotate. Wow. You can actually zoom in like voxel depth. That's actually cool. It's the water. I actually have a water filter. First time hearing about Canva Island. Yo, same. It feels Minecrafty. There's a little ether portal. Or nether nether portal, if you will. But yeah, so far so cool. And then sorry, just give me 1 sec. I am back. So here, I'm curious, what happens? Oh, so it shows you the map, how it looked. Here, let's just go to day 1, or let's go to like day 20, and let's see what this. Okay. I'm gonna give it some time to load. It's taking a while, huh? But some stuff is still there from day fucking 146. Whoa. Is that fucking Barney? Yeah, that looks like Barney. Should we kill him? Should we kill Barney? I'm down. Tell me that doesn't look like fucking Barney. on. Listen. Listen. Yeah. Hold on, can I pop this? Pretty sure you're image. You can only do it in videos, I guess, but listen. But yeah, so well, that's new, and then we have happiness is not far away. Is it still loading it, or what's going on here? Or is this just like not added? Oh, what did this map? Now I'm curious, like, what did this map look like on day one? Oh wow. And then day 5. It's actually very cool that they have like a record of what's being built, because then it just, oh wow, that's very cool. Like, as we can see, we're still in the alpha, so we'll go back and then actually we're gonna check out the immersion for a little bit. They have avatars, I guess. Whoa, what is, hello? What do I do? Oh, you scroll. Also, avatar just got announced. Mint avatars. Okay. So you mint your avatars. Rapid, standard $40. Price point 0.05 ETH. Out of 10,000 avatars. Okay. So it's an avatar thing. So this is their land. Oh, so you own a piece of the actual little block that I imagine then you can build on. So far it's pretty cool. And then what else? I wish we could see the avatars more, you know. Anyways, I'm here for the immersion. I'm here to be immersed in the oh, that's just like the GBL file. Damn. What is this world? Login anonymous, thank you. What in the fuck? Okay. What the okay, that's just fucking. Is the land like 0.05 ETH2? I think they're here, give me 1 sec. I think their land is like 0.1. Where here. So if I click on there and then go to buy, 0.075. That's the lowest one right here. -1 north. Yeah, what in the is that you? Hold on, King Jesus, is this you? This ain't. What the fuck, dude? No fucking way. Hey, you come here. I'm gonna get you. We're chasing this man. This is actually cool. Oh, okay. So. Oh. Hello. I'm on caps lock. Hello. Oh, they have a whole functioning thing. That's actually pretty cool. No. I'm just checking this out. What about you? So far, this is the most chat interaction I've ever had in the metaverse, honestly. They just gotta update their HDRI a little bit. Nice. And they dip. Oh well. Let's go explore, looking for ideas. Oh, he just flew. This is pretty fun. Hey, here we are. We're talking wow. What the hell? So that's how you go up. Wow. That's cool. Yo, we're flying in the metaverse right now. Wow, that's actually fucking cool as hell. And somebody already owns some of these? To hell I'm back, wow. Oh no. Wow. Yeah, this is actually really fun. Okay, so you... What? Oh, there's Barney. Let's go explore Barney. Yeah, let's... Well, so far this is pretty cool. I can't... Am I an NFT investor? I wish. I am an NFT artist. Did that Batman just move? Not, what, is this person an investor? Now I'm curious. Like, I've never been asked these questions before. Am I, yo, King Jesus, are you an NFT investor? Wow. I guess they did. Oh, no, they're still there. Wow. So this is actually pretty cool. All voxels, right? I show people talking to you in the game already. I've never talked to anybody in DCL. It's hella lonely sometimes. Dude, I know. It's fucking ass. Like sometimes I'm like, hey, let's go check out like crypto voxels, and I'm just like walking there on my own. I'm like, well, fucking shit. Ain't nobody here, just checking it out. Yeah. And this is very cool. Yeah, like somebody has a chart. Dear Lord. Is this the end? Is this what we see when we die? That's actually wild. We got some nice realistic shit. Now I'm curious what the water is like. Oh, you can speed fly. What the fuck? You can speed fly? You can sprint fly. That's actually wild. We're Superman. All right, into the water we go. Oh, we're just walking. So, well, not anymore. We're just swimming. Where am I going? Little duck. But wow, that's actually wild. Here, I see a dragon over there. Owner. So King Jesus has went silent again. Holy shit, are you buying land now? Please tell me you're not buying land. Wow, little Chinese dragon. Owned by Win J. That's actually cool. Oh, there's a sun cycle? Is it gonna get into nighttime? Yeah, we out here. And a Buddha temple. Alright, let's go explore that. This is actually wild. Yo, what the hell? Into the floor. Oh. Wow. Yeah, it's got some really nice water textures too. And then we have the Buddha in voxels. It's actually crazy how even Buddha, like we have religious monuments in real life here. Let me just, religious monuments in real life, and now the Buddha has made it into the metaverse. That's actually wild. That's an insane concept to think about. You know, like religion making its way into the metaverse. Like, yo, could you imagine like if, like, I have to say in my favorites, so I'll keep an eye on it. Yo, that's actually a good technique. I'm gonna do that too after the stream, cause this is wild. Like, I mean, so far maybe it's, let me in. Okay. Well, this is a bit weird, but so my feeling is we're maybe on like the stage 2 of the roadmap, right? And so we haven't fully hit the, like, players build their own stuff. So, but yeah. So far it's like wild. Like I hope somebody introduces more stuff to this, right? Because like so far this is pretty cool. Little blob though is a wee bit hilarious. Oh. Top of the world. This jump is fucking hilarious too. Hey. We out here doing 360s. Oh, are we gonna be able to hold stuff? Like, maybe. I'm gonna go. Don't walk off, sir. So this is owned by Rizzo. Yeah, I still want to go to the Barney. Oh wait, hold up. What the hell is this? Is that a cloud? Wow. Whoa. Yeah, we're on a space. We're on a pirate ship in all the land. All right, I may have. There we go. Yeah, let's go high up and explore this. Let's see. No, that's not far enough. All right. Wow, that's actually wild. All voxels too, right? So if anybody downloads, for example, Magic of Voxel, right, you can do this for free and be able to build this sort of shit legitimately, like within 5 minutes. But yeah, we're going to Barney right now. They don't have subsurface. Well, no, not subsurface. Is it subsurface reflection? Whatever the fuck you call the thing where like the light bounces off and stuff, and so it's lit correctly, because some stuff is a bit too dark there, you know. But also there isn't a lot of a variation of color in this specific tree that it, you know, pops up in texture, right? But here we're going to Barney out of the ether portal. Hey, it's a Barney. But damn, the sun is hitting Barney hard. Jesus Christ, that's fucking creepy. It's like that zoom in thing. It's like the FOV just expands and then it goes back to normal. Here, I will. Whoa, what the hell? Excuse me? What just happened? Login anonymous, thank you. Oh, we may have found the bug. We may have found the bug. Closing chat refreshes the world. Smooth. So this is spawn. Alright. We were at Barney, but Barney's a wee bit lit incorrectly, so we're just gonna. Is that a bull? That's a bull. Hey, bullish. I rarely use that term. The only thing I'm bullish on, it's art. That's it. Art. Everyone listening, go buy art. You didn't hear it from me, you heard it from Barney. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. We're inside of you, Batman. Hey, Parko. Hey. This control is a bit weird. Hey. So this changing your camera doesn't change where you go, but and then you fly. You're like, and then you go up. Oh wow. Yo, flying is actually pretty sick in this. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty intuitive. It's a little fountain. Like legit, you just look where you want to go, and that's where you go. Well, it's a little fountain for Ethereum. It do be like that here. Can we stand on top? Yeah, we can. Look at this. We are kings in all the land. Kings, I say. And they have a little floating lighthouse. Oh, these are people. Whoa, sir, where do you think you're going? We're going up to the lighthouse. Yeah, but so far so Canva Island, so far it appears to have like some basic functionality. And the basic world is already out there, but nothing feels as if it's been custom placed by players, right? This feels as if it's all developers building, which is not bad, but also I hope we get to see more, you know, because I mean it is very cool. I mean, like, we're flying, we're out here, we doing tricks, we doing things, right? You can do sharp turns and stuff, and right, you can. Well, you can't do arrows and stuff, right? But you can do some pretty nice. I say you can do some pretty nice flying maneuvers as I hit a pole, right? But so far all of this feels empty, you know. Again, they're still building, right? This is alpha. We don't see it there, but we see it in the top down mode, right? The fly cam. So far it's looking. Is that a teacup? That's a teacup. Here, we're gonna go around the Ferris wheel. We're gonna go through the Ferris wheel. Let's do it. Through the Ferris wheel, into the teacup. Can I go outside the world? No, I can't. And then into the teacup. Oh, there's a door. Excuse me. We gotta rotate. And we alright, we went through the teacup. It's actually yeah, this is so far this is cool to like sort of explore, and I don't know if I would be back through there. I wouldn't, like, what would you do here so far? I know Crypto Graves owns some. That's how I discovered this. He was talking to me about it, and I just guess it's a waiting game till the developers add the functionality and the avatars and all that jazz. Well, I think they're at the avatars part, right? Because we saw the minting avatars, but we're not at the tokens or the, what do you call it? The player building. So it do be like that. Here, let's go through this little stadium. We can't. What the fuck? You can't do that. Oh, hey, there we go. Hey. Yeah, we don't take the easy parts out here. Oh, this is something. Yeah, there we go. What's in the desert? Or like the little mountainous areas? Because you can't get up this shit in Minecraft. You gotta break some of this shit. Oh, is that a cave? Is that please be a cave? No. So here you can see where the problems with some of their. It's not a problem, but I think, you know, just as their rendering engine improves, you'll be able to tell like some of the shapes better. Just because some stuff is really blending in, and then right, like this for example, all of this here just feels as if it's a one flat land, right? It's like I got like sort of metallic sheen to it. Even the floor. Yeah, it's got a weird like metallic sheen to it. Maybe just a reflection of the sun, because we out here. And unfortunately, hey, we in the wood. We in the wood. You know, you gotta cool off from the desert sun, I guess. You know, who knows, we maybe. Like, yeah, no, I can't talk about this too much. This is my first time exploring it, so I guess we'll have to visit this at some time later and see how it evolves. Hey, we can. There's a little beach thing. You can sit by the beach. Yeah, so far it's so cool. But yeah, it would get somewhat boring pretty quickly if they don't keep adding to it. Right, like the flying is cool and all, and you can do some pretty like nice, gnarly. Well, sort of. You gotta time it right, but you can do some nice, like, you know, little cool shits like this, you know. But right through the armpit. Right, but you can do that all the time, so. And so far it's looking pretty good. Let's see. Oh, we failed. Never mind. I mean, yeah, there. so far, Canva Island is just as through these explorations, you just, you know, you can go into the world and explore, but you can't really do too much. Nothing's interactive really, or what the hell is this? It's like a tomb or something. Yeah, nothing is interactive, and so it's okay. Excuse me? Where am I? Oh, okay. Alright, we're just gonna, okay. What the fuck? So we're inside the parcel, but nothing is in there. That's wild. Okay, so this is the whole parcel. Okay. Can I? What? Okay. So that was. So how did I get through there then? Was this just like a random bug? Yeah, I think that was just a random bug. Oh, no, we just did it again. Oh, wow. Well, you certainly can't do this in Decentraland or Crypto Voxels. And I actually don't know what the fuck to say. This is a wee bit hilarious. King Jesus Eddie words. What the hey. But yeah, we out here. Hold on, what is that? Oh, it's just the HDRI. Oh wow. Yeah, this is so I guess we're really in alpha, cause we just, hey, what the hold up. Hold up. I am determined to do this again. We were in a completely different parcel. We were actually like fully under the map. I'm gonna go we out here just exploring. Oh, a hidden portal, right directly under the map. How do we do that twice and now we can't do it again? Now I'm legitimately. What? Alright, let's go. So we sort of broke the game and now we're just into different parcels. Yeah. So we're flying under the map right now. So clearly Ken Viola needs a little bit more time before they're fully, you know, out in the public, because damn. We out here under the map. Yeah. I mean, I wish this hidden portal would give me an NFT or something. But all I'm getting is some nice HDRI views. You know, I'm just looking at this. I'm like, is this Sahara? What the hell is this? Yeah, let's go up here and oh wow, we went to spawn. So yeah, this game is still in alpha. It's so far pretty cool, but I guess just wait a little bit. You know, to anybody curious about picking up anything of this, to wait a little bit until there's more functionality and stuff, you know, because yeah, so far it's cool, but that's pretty much about it. And hopefully they do build on this, because this is like, I really do like the flying, and I know it's like one of the only things that I've just said, but it's quite fun, you know. And like a lot of Decentraland and crypto voxels don't have this sort of thing, right? And so it's cool to be able to do this. And again, right, they have a roadmap, and we can see they are building. I have to go get the thing. Give me 1 sec. Right, they are building. All right, we go to Flycam and we go to day 1. Right, and it's just like one little cube, or day 0 even. Right, just this. Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. What the? So this wasn't. So we clicked on day 1. Wait a minute. What the? So it is day 0. Because day 0 should have nothing in it, no? Yeah, that's a bit weird. I mean, there's stuff still like missing, right? There's no like I guess maybe they're just testing out stuff here. Nope, that's Barney right here. Right, hold up, the little cave thing is not there though. At least I don't see it. It's actually a bit weird. And right, because I was going under the assumption that from day 1 they started with just this. Right, because that's what it showed. Oh, I guess not. Okay, so right. What the hell is day 0? Right, and then that shit don't make no sense. Because now I'm a bit confused because I was under the assumption. Oh, no, day 0 has changed. You know what? No, living shit, fuck. So day 0, maybe it's just a glitch. I guess it's just a glitch. It's just the global light. Can you imagine if you do this and you're changing it in the game for the people in there? So this is day 0. Right, and then I guess it was just a glitch, and then this is day 146. It's I guess it was just loading day 146 out of nowhere and just missing some stuff. Alright, cause yeah, the little gate is there. That's pretty. Yeah. So I guess we can safely say they're building. But I would just wait, honestly. Up until there's at least the functionality that they promise, right? I would wait until maybe like there's this, you know, like so you can at least build your own stuff and have stuff, you know, because otherwise it just, so far, yeah, it's cool to fly around, but it seems pretty empty. I mean, like, it's good that it's using voxels, right? But login anonymous. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Is it backwards? Yeah, it is. Happiness is not far away. Well, here, I guess this is the perfect quote to end it. Here we'll go. Happiness is not far away, but we gotta be a little bit far away, I guess. But yeah. If you enjoyed this little artist breakdown Sunday stream, please come and say hello in the Discord, in the Discord, the Metakey Discord, the Duat Residency channel, or you can come and talk to me on Twitter at Anubis_3100. Today, we looked at the art of cynical. For those who were watching this late, or like skip forward, we were looking at the art of cynical, and then we looked through Canva Island, which is so far pretty cool. But yeah, I'll be waiting a little bit on this just to see how it evolves before I even think of personally like thinking of buying any of it. Just because so far it's like it's cool, but it's pretty barren, you know. But anyways, if you enjoyed this, come and talk in the Discord. I'll be glad to have you. Glad to talk art with you guys, and to those listening. Again, if you want to get in contact with me, I'm at Anubis_3100 there. King Jesus. Yeah, well, thank you for hanging out, dude. It's always a blast to have you in the stream. We got a cool artist talk coming this Thursday. I won't reveal the name, but it's a pretty cool artist. So look forward to that. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.